Hey guys, this is Pastor Nick with Grace Baptist Church. Today we're looking at the 11th chapter of Job. And it's Job's third friend who's going to talk to him. And his name is Zophar, but we've been calling him Z so far. Zophar, Z so far. Anyway, so the first four-ish verses of chapter 11, Zophar gets all tore up. And he's heard Eli's deal with Job, their discussion. He's heard Bill's discussion with Job. And he's heard Job's retorts to both of those. And so he gets all tore up here and he looks at Job and said, "Bro, you're guilty." And what does Zophar know about what Job's guilty of? And for that matter, in our own lives, what do we know about the guilt of our brother or sister? But he's calling him out. And then in the next section of verses, he looks at Job and basically says, "You don't know God." He's not calling him a heathen. He's saying, you are ignorant of God. And then after that, he proceeds from 13 on, and the rest of the chapter, he proceeds to tell Job how stubborn he is and that he should repent. So clearly Zophar, Z, is not a good listener. He's already heard Job's retorts, and Job's been pretty consistent. And we know that Job's innocent. But he's not heard a word Job has said. He's listened to I don't know what you call it, the speeches of Eli and Bill, and he automatically concludes that they're right. And so he comes at Job in this respect. Now that's wrong. We know that because we can look at the end of the book. But at the time he did. And look in today's life. How often does that happen? Something comes out on social media. Do we really care if it's true or not? Or do we just take it and run with it like it's gospel? Say, a rumor come out about somebody. Those are usually the most shared posts there are. If it's a kind of a malicious rumor. We don't look at the truth. Z had a great opportunity. He was the last one. He'd already heard all these other speeches. He could have sit and pondered and just sit silently. But instead, he spoke up. One of Abraham Lincoln's greatest quotes was, "It is better to sit silent and thought stupid than speak up and remove all doubt." So sometimes when our friends are in trouble, it's best for us just to sit silent and listen. It's not always best for us to offer advice and try to fix them. And that's coming from a guy who's a fixer. That's my wife. But it's hard for me to sit silent and listen. But sometimes God tells us to sit silent and listen. And I think that these three would have been a lot better off had they have sit silent and listened to Job and just let him vent. A little food for thought. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to next time.